We saw last time that deceived and the deceivers, the victors and perpetrators of deception, both end up together in the lake of fire. We also saw that the originators of deception, the perpetrators, they stay there forever and ever. But we never read once that the victims of deception stay there forever and ever. And we're going to see through these remaining teachings that they leave. And that's why it doesn't say they stay there forever and ever. For us to understand what's happening to the deceived in the lake of fire, we need to understand why they were deceived in the first place, and then look at what's happening to their deception in the lake of fire as the sulfur and the fire acts on their deception. Will it keep them trapped there for all eternity to punish them for all eternity, or will it burn the deception away, which grants them exit out of the lake of fire? Let's have a look at the specific issue. To understand what is happening to the lost in the lake of fire, we need to understand why they went in there in the first place, and then look at what happens to the sulfur and the fire upon the cause of the reason that they are in there. Okay, let's have a look at why the lost are deceived. What was the issue? Revelation 13:2 in the English Standard Version. You've heard this before, but I've got to bring it in again here now. 13:2. And to the beast, the dragon gave his power, his throne, and his great authority. We see a clear transfer of authority and power from the devil to the beast. From the devil to the beast. How now will the beast use this power and authority? How will he represent the devil on planet Earth? He transfers his power and authority. How does he now manifest it on planet Earth? Through his words. He's authorized to speak torturous words. Watch this. Revelation 13:5. Notice that power and authority transferred from the devil to the beast manifests in his words. Revelation 13 and verse 5. And the beast was given a mouth. Who gave it to him? The dragon. The dragon transferred his authority to him, and now the dragon gives him a mouth. His authority manifests in words. His power manifests in words. This is a war of words. And the beast was given a mouth, uttering haughty and blasphemous words. And he's speaking and authorized to talk on behalf of who? The dragon. The dragon is now manifesting his power through the words of the beast. It's a warfare of words. It's a deception rooted in words, messages, ideologies, lies, blasphemous words. What are blasphemous words? 13:6, next verse. And the beast opened its mouth to utter blasphemies, speaking on behalf of the devil, against God, blaspheming his name. Boom. Transfer of authority to speak from the devil to the beast, blaspheming the name of God. Now we know what that phrase means. To blaspheme means to tell a lie, to accuse God of something that he's not doing, that the devil is doing. That's blasphemy. The name of God is his character. So Satan is slandering the character of God through the beast. This is what the war is all about. I want to take the throne. We've already been through all this. So let's do character assassination, because the devil can't chuck him off. How can he throw God off the throne? But he can try to character assassinate. And so let's character assassinate God on earth through the beast and slander and misrepresent the name of the God who rules on the throne. And then people will turn to me. We've been through this. So what's the deception? Why do they end up in the lake of fire? Deception about the name and character of God, which is the foundation of his rule. The devil did such a good job defaming God and slandering God's name through the beast that the world follows the beast, gets the mark of the beast, and then they follow suit. They were deceived, believing the blasphemy the lies, the slandering, the misrepresentations about God's name, his character. They bought it, and then they promulgated it. Revelation 16:9, New King James Version. And men were scorched with great heat during the 7 last plagues, and they blasphemed the name of God. Mission accomplished for the devil. He did it. He blasphemed the name of God, slandered the name of God, misrepresented God's government, the basis upon which he rules. He did it. He speaks through the beast. The beast speaks through the world. Now the world has been deceived, and it believes blasphemies against the name of God. It now believes the lies about the name of God. They blasphemed, they told lies about God's character and blamed him, telling lies, false accusations for their pain, when it was the devil. That's the devil's whole plan. Stick it into the lost and then get them to blame God. What a brilliant plan. So why do people end up in the lake of fire? The deception. What was the deception? Lies and misrepresentation about the name of God, which is the foundation of his rule. They believed, bottom line, lies about the character of God. And they believe these lies that you're not fit to sit on the throne. So they go into the lake of fire because they were deceived, not fully informed decisions about the name of God, the character of God. How does the sulfur from the fire act on them in the lake of fire? On them personally or on the deception? Because if it's on them personally, the fire and the sulfur is going to nuke them. It's going to destroy them. But if it's their deception, then it'll burn away their lies about God. The blinkers will come off. They won't be deceived anymore. And now they'll be able to make a fully informed decision. So does the fire and the sulfur in the lake of fire act on them and destroy them, or the deception? Are you ready? This is going to be fun. First, notice that they're in the lake of fire. What are they doing in there? Boiling up in fire and sulfur. This is all symbolic language, folks. I've labored this point too many times. I'm not going to go through it again. Revelation 21:8. Where are they? What's happening to the lost who believe in lies of God? They were deceived into it. They're in the lake of fire. And what's happening to them? 21:8, English Standard Version. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the detestable, the murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their portion will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur. The lake of fire, technically speaking, burns with fire and sulfur. What do fire and sulfur do? Is it acting on them? Or is it acting on the deception? What do fire and sulfur do to those who are in the lake of fire for being deceived, victims of deception, for believing lies about the name and character of God? If you go to chapter 9 of Revelation, I've already done this, I'm not going to do it again. The fire and the sulfur come from the destroyer. They are agents of destruction. Okay? Read Revelation 9. I've been through it, not going through it again. I want to bring Jesus in, who mentions fire and sulfur. And he will tell us in about 20 words what fire and sulfur do. Luke 17:29, English Standard Version. But on the day when Lot went out from Sodom, fire and sulfur, there it is, rained from heaven and destroyed them all. Well, we're not left in the dark. Fire and sulfur destroy. There are a number who believe that fire and sulfur cleanse. Nope. Jesus said that fire and sulfur destroy. Does it destroy them in the lake of fire or their deception? What's that percento here? Fire and sulfur destroyed Sodom. They're gone. They're toast. It's too late. Fire and sulfur means that you're gone forever, either annihilated, nuked, or cooking forever. Not so fast. It's clear that Jesus connected the words fire and sulfur with destruction of Sodom But does that mean that it's too late for them to repent? If they can repent, then the destruction is not of them. It's of what they were doing. Just like I'm going to present in the book of Revelation next time.